Hello, ladies. Welcome to week 4 of Nourished Holidays. And we are in the thick of holiday season right now. I'm recording this on Monday, December 27th. So we just got through Christmas, heading into the new year. And for a lot of people have this week off or they're traveling, seeing relatives, stuff like that. So our focus is going to continue to be stacking these sort of simple, healthy habits to add up to really feeling good, nourishing our bodies, and having a big win overall. So, just for a reminder, before we go into this week 1, we talked about building that macro plate in all our meals, involving not the Elf 4 food groups. If you guys are familiar with the movie Elf, where he talks about the 4 food groups of candy corn, sugar, and syrup. We're building our plates around protein, fiber, healthy fats. And I did say complex carbs, but some of you may have realized by now that the thing that has the fiber is usually going to have the complex carbs. So it's really good to look for like getting complex carbs versus simple carbs. But if you're getting the fiber, that is like a good indicator of if you are choosing carbohydrate sources that are complex carbs. Okay, so we're building that macro plate for all our meals and snacks. I know, around holidays, people tend to have breakfasts that are like high in all carbs and go out and find those eggs and bacon, or same thing for snacks. Try to have some protein and fiber and then go ahead and have that cookie. Week 2, we built on that by talking about planning and prepping to really set yourself up for success, knowing what your meals are going to be throughout the week, knowing each day when you wake up where you're going to get that macro balance plate from for all your meals and snacks, eating regularly, I can't talk, pacing your protein pacing so that you're not, starving yourself all day and then binging at night. So really setting yourself up for success by planning and prepping for the coming weeks and taking into account your travel schedule, your holiday schedule, stuff like that. Week 3, we did last week the Christmas cookie challenge, and I'm curious to hear how that went for people. So what I wanted you to really do was see if you could just have like one cookie. And obviously, if you have 2 or if you have more, that's fine. But the idea was getting that mindset that having a cookie, having a treat is fine. It's no big deal. It's a great thing to build into a healthy, balanced diet. We're not about total restriction. I know in January, there's going to be so many people that are doing Whole30 or going keto or cutting out sugar, cutting out this and that. And really, if you're having a healthy, balanced diet, you should not have to completely cut out any major food group from your diet. But you also shouldn't be having, a plate of cookie. That's not going to make you feel good. It's not going to help you hit your macros or your goals when we get to that, when we get into the Nourish project. So thinking about how can you build in one treat per day and really enjoy that treat rather than going on either extreme of no sugar, no cookies, no treats, nothing, or yes, I'll have anything that anyone offers me. This week, we're going to move a little bit away from nutrition and into other parts of nourishing our bodies. And this week's challenge is all about movement and playing outside. And I am specifically not talking about going to the gym and doing a structured workout. I'm talking about the other pillar of movement, which is actually more important than quote unquote exercise, and that is movement. When we get into the Nourish project and we're going more depth on all this stuff, we're going to start tracking those steps and really seeing how many steps and how much movement you can get. But for this week, I just want you to focus on how can you get outside and play? Maybe it's going for a walk. Maybe it is sledding if you're in an area that has snow. Maybe it's ice skating. Maybe it's snowshoeing. But the idea is I want you moving your body and I want you doing it outside. So we get those combined benefits of the movement and that gentle movement, similar to like walking, kind of like leisure walking level. It could be walking the dog. I know I have some dog lovers in this group. It could be walking the dog, it could be cross country skiing, something like that, or it could be like really truly playing if you have kids around or kids at heart and you want to go sledding, something like that. But what most people don't understand is that walking is so, so, so good for us. It is truly magical. It's the only form of, quote unquote, exercise that is going to decrease your cortisol levels and increase your body's fat burning ability. Anything in that formal workout exercise bucket is going to increase the stress that our body's under, which is going to, we'll really get into this in the Nourish project, but stress, especially for the women that I work with, is really the enemy in getting your body to release that stored fat. So as much as possible, we want to get to the place where the body is decreasing cortisol, so it feels safe to release that stored body fat. And one way to do that is by walking. And another way to do that is by nature therapies, like being outside, getting that vitamin D, being in nature, or even it doesn't have to be like nature's go for a walk around your block, but being outside. And so we're going to combine that this week by taking a walk, playing, sledding, ice skating, whatever, outside every day. And if you're getting outside for 10 minutes and you previously were getting outside for 0 minutes, 10 minutes outside is a huge win. If you're always walking the dog and they're like, oh, I've got this one covered, that's fantastic. And if that's the case, then I want to challenge you to step it up. How can you have more fun doing it? Can you go to the dog park? Can you find some kids and go sledding? Can you find some grownups and go sledding? Can you go to a really cool place in your town, that you haven't been to or you don't usually go to? How can you bring more joy to your outdoor playing time? So I want you combining that movement, being outside, and playfulness and joy. I know it might be hard this time of year. It might be easy, right, if you're home with kids or you're on break, but it might be hard if you're traveling. And that's why it's a challenge, right? I want you to bring this into your weekly planning, and think about, how can I get my time outside today? Do I have to do it at lunch hour because that's when it's sunny out? Do I need to go somewhere so that I can safely walk and it's not slippery and icy? All that stuff, think about it, plan it out. And then as usual, share some pictures in the Facebook group. And I'm going to draw a winner from everyone who's participating in the Facebook group and showing us all your fun, joyful ways that you are moving your body and playing outside. So that's it. I want to keep it short and sweet this week. You guys, I hope you had a wonderful Christmas, all the holidays, and all the joy. And I will see you in the Facebook group. Bye.